Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to sit down and we're going to really talk. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Basketball Wives Season 8, Episode 15. I had to spend a lot of time with this one because there was a whole lot of moving parts, and I mean a whole lot of moving parts, and a whole lot was revealed about these people. And it was actually good to see everybody on 20, because everybody was on 20. So there was really no restraint being used. Everybody was their authentic, hyped up self. And it told a whole lot of the story. It is going to speak to a lot of what has been going on in these comments for these last 15 weeks. It is going to speak to just the views that I've actually had on some of these people. And some things I might have been a little bit wrong about. Some things I didn't even give enough thought to. With that being said, we're gonna go on into this. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just wait till we get over there. Okay, so let's go back to the table. They were at this little table. They were ridiculous in that restaurant. Them folks in Costa Rica was like, "Chow, what do we get? Or what we gonna do with them? Do we need to get some machetes out or what? What is getting ready to go on? Call the police, call the Coast Guard, call somebody, because this is getting loud and stupid." This whole OG has a bullying spirit. I don't give a shit what y'all say. She has a bullying spirit. And the thing is, and a lot of people said in my comments that, OG will beat all of them up. And that's cool. That's cool. And the thing about it is, I believe OG believes that she can beat all of them up. And it shows. It shows. She has a bullying spirit. She really does. And it ain't even about her playing football and all that. And then we kind of did go back to some flashbacks in this episode that this heifer is actually really into some anger management type of situations to deal with her aggression. So she actually does have aggression issues. She actually has these things. These things, this is not made up. She got issues. She got issues. And the fact that she thinks that she can whoop all their ass really doesn't help. And she is a bully. She is a bully. Not the kind of bully that y'all be saying that Evelyn is. Yeah, Evelyn be bullying and pushing people around and acting loud and punking people down because people get all overtaken by her screaming and yelling and her antics, is what I see. But no, OG is something totally different. Something totally different. Anyway, moving on. So we have all that going on. I'm like, all right, I'm just looking at her. Just kind of looking at her. But she's kind of she was a little bit quiet. But then, how do I say, she got a way of, and so she does, of making everything be about her and everything about, she's going to have an issue no matter what. At every function, whenever it gets popped off, she going to always get a little piece in. She going to always get a piece in, even if she got to create a piece. But that's OG. Anyway, so this whole Cece and Kristen thing, I'm sick of them. I am really sick. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of Byron. I'm sick of that whole shit. I really am. I'm just sick of it. And I thought it was very, very funny how now, listen, Cece was on one. But Cece came in and told them from the door she's on 20 now. And she then came with the shits. And I was like, okay, so this is gonna be interesting. And it immediately got very funny. When she called Evelyn a bitch and Evelyn was like thrown off, that was funny. It was funny because everybody was thrown off like, oh, she done running now. And it was funny because you're a bitch and this, that thing, and the other. It was out of character and it was funny. So that was going down. But then when it switched over from that, and then her and Kristen started going at it, and then she went into the thing about her that I said before, that she's sneaky. She's sneaky and she's shady. She threw this whole thing. Now you arguing with Kristen. You gonna try to throw this shit in there about Shawnee. You call Shawnee a bitch. So see, that's that old petty shit. Now you want Shawnee and Kristen to fall out. Cause you misery love company. So you throw that out there because we all know how Shawnee don't like you to call her a bitch. Remember, she fired old girl about calling her a bitch. But it was funny to me because it didn't work. It didn't work. Shawnee was, it's too late. It's too late at this point. I don't think Shawnee likes Cece. And Shawnee actually likes Kristen. And that's why it didn't work. Because under any other circumstances, Shawnee's petty as hell. And she would have got mad as hell about somebody calling her a bitch, even though it was 2 years ago. But she ended up getting more mad at Cece because she said, you know, you held it for 2 years. She got bothered by it. No, the fact is you just don't like Cece any goddamn way. And you like Kristen, and you've already chosen sides. So it didn't matter. But it made Cece look very, very petty. You know, y'all, the both of them. You threw out text messages about OG. Now she's throwing out some shit about Shawnee. And I'm like, that was a mess. But it didn't work. So that was funny to me. I just laughed at that. And then Cece and Evelyn get started. And then them two whores, I said, plastic face. And then they start giving her very much of girl that she was given no emotion, honey, because she got so much shit pumped in her face. I said, oh, they're so shady. Then Cece went there. And basically, she gave Evelyn, you're a old slut. I said, oh, okay. Now we getting good. This the type of fighting. Yeah. This is the type of shit that gets it popped off. And this is the type of fighting that people need to come to Evelyn with, because those are the things that really bother her. Those are those things that are actually said about her in the media that really bother her. So if you want to fight with Evelyn, this is the way to do it. Unless you're a table jumper too. If you like jumping on tables and shit too, then by all means. But if you really want to win an argument with Evelyn, this is the way to do it. Rip her goddamn character to shreds. That's how you win an argument with Evelyn. Not all that screaming and yelling. She's good at screaming and yelling. She's from New York. She's from New York. What is she, Puerto Rican? They're good at yelling and screaming. That's what they do. And jumping on tables and being dramatic. Honey, that's the Puerto Rican girl 101. That's cool. You know, they like all that. So that's their thing. And Cece is, was she part Asian? She's some type of Asian descent. They're quiet. So screaming and yelling ain't gonna get you nowhere because you don't even know how to do it really. And she always does. She retreats. They're quiet. They're docile people. So this is how you actually win an argument with Evelyn. Now, you might have to beat her ass because once you get her in her feelings, then that's when she start all that other shit to throw under the bottles and all that. So I was kind of looking like, when she said, you always run around trying to fuck all these young guys, she said, your face is falling. But, you run on out there and be trying to sleep around with all these little young guys and stuff. And then Evelyn said, okay, cool, bitch, ain't no problem. And she went the opposite. Instead of her jumping on tables, Evelyn was actually ready for Cece. And she said, yeah. And you went and tried to marry Byron's old ass. And even be having your face plastic ain't helping because he's still cheating on you. And got and I got videos and photos, receipts to prove it. I said, oh. And you know that was it for Cece. That Cece up. It did. It fucked her because she felt like she got it locked with Byron. That bothered her. That bothered her. I was like, well, you did kind of open the door for that. I know now you probably wish you'd have just kept on trying to scream and yell with her. Because it embarrassed her. And her whole face was cracked. Because it threw her off. She was up there the whole dinner, throwing out her stuff. When she hit her, especially when she gut punched Evelyn with that trying to be young shit. And Evelyn was like, okay. And then that bitch came back with that and gut punched her back. Then Cece retreated. I said, oh, she got you. And then Malaysia jumps in. Y'all leave Byron out of it. Shut the fuck up, Malaysia. Shut up. See, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Evelyn did good because I don't know. See, there's a lot of Evelyn. I don't think Evelyn want to go toe to toe with Malaysia. She don't want to scream and yell with Malaysia because Malaysia, I believe, will actually put her hands on Evelyn if they actually go at it. They both do the loud dramatics, but I think when pushed to it, I think Malaysia would actually put hands on Evelyn before Evelyn put hands on Malaysia. So I think she probably tiptoe around Malaysia a little bit. But because she retreated. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. If I'm arguing with your cousin or your family member and that bitch go low on me, I'm going low on her, and you can either get in or shut the hell up. We ain't playing family. It is what it is. So I ain't like that. I was like, I'm Malaysia, shut up. But Malaysia, she said, don't bring Byron in. And she didn't make a thing of it. She deflected and threw the conversation at Jackie. Instead, I said, oh, you bitches are really doing it, honey. Threw the conversation to Jackie about calling Phoebe a crackhead and a dope fiend. So then they get to going back and forth. And then I said, oh, Phoebe. Phoebe hit Jackie where it hurt her because Jackie, nothing else worked yesterday. When she read Jackie down and Jackie gave, girl, whatever. But Phoebe was ready. She had done her studies, honey. And she was ready. And she told her, you're just a dope fiend and you just embarrass yourself and this, that, and the other. And she hit her with she said, yeah, girl, I'm a dope fiend, but you run around getting lipo and everything else trying to get my size. You're mad because I'm small, so you're going to put out that I'm a dope fiend and trying to embarrass me. And say, no, you're embarrassing yourself being a crackhead. Here, give her these $20. I said, oh, you a crackhead, bitch? I'm going to treat you like a crackhead. That was cute. I said, come on, Jackie. But then she gut punched the shit out of Jackie and said, so I'm embarrassing myself? Well, how is it that your daughter's embarrassing you? How's that feel? I said, oh, of course, she double gut punched you, Jackie. Honey, she did her research. She got Jackie and threw Jackie off. So that was it. When Jackie said, you got a pass yesterday, bitch, you're not getting a pass today. So she got Jackie all in her feelings. And then, Jackie went on and really beat it down with the $20 bill and got the 20 out of her purse and called her a crack whore and all of that. I said, oh, wow. I mean, everybody was really forced to go very, very low. I said, I'm glad y'all are in Costa Rica and Michelle Obama is nowhere around because you bitches are all going very low. Y'all all got dirt under y'all fingernails tonight. And they eventually had to get on up and get on out of that place because it was getting ready to get ugly. It was going to get ugly. And then Evelyn was going back around to come back for Cece again, said, she better not never call me no bitch no more. I said, yeah, she great jump on the table. So Shawnee got him on out of there. I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. So then the next day, they're all up there. And now I thought they were a good sport about it. And now I thought the morning part was cool. When Malaysia, Shawnee, Evelyn, Phoebe, and Krista were sitting there, and they was like, girl, we really took an L at that table. I thought that was cute and funny. Now, I said, well, I'm proud of y'all. That's cool. Like, cause y'all verbally was annihilating each other. And yeah, between Cece, no, I ain't giving it all to them. It was, eh, I don't know. Yeah, because usually that group usually really does all the annihilation. So they just took it as an L. Because Cece and Jackie did really well at a point. But I don't know, because I don't know if I would actually give them the win. I don't know that I would give them the win because, yeah. Yeah, nobody annihilated OG. Ain't nobody get a chance to really tear OG up real good. So I guess that was cool. So that gave them the win because Jackie got thrown off her spot and Cece definitely got thrown off her spot. So they was like 1-1, but they couldn't get OG. They didn't get the chance to really get OG. So I guess, yeah, I guess overall, yeah, they won. So that was fine. And they were laughing about it. They really were. They were laughing about it. The other girls were down at their place and they were laughing about it. And I was like, what? I said, that wasn't bad. That was cool. If they could fight like that, and then that's fine. But then, right before the end of it, they invite them up for a pool party the next day at 4 o'clock. But then both of the verbiage changed. And both of them bitches on both ends, both bitches, all the whole crew, so it's war, baby. We're going to get their ass today. I said, oh, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I thought y'all, everything was cool. But no, they ready for round 2. I said, oh, see, this ain't going to be good because y'all already in y'all fifis, honey. Like, really in them. I said, oh, it's going to get ugly. Okay. So they went over. Shawnee know better. She took Evelyn's goofy ass with her to look at the property and all that. She looked at the property. That was really, really interesting. I hope she does. Well, I think she's going to do it. Purchase it and go ahead and turn it out. It sounded to me like a really good investment, but so that was pretty cool. But we ain't going to spend a whole lot of time on that. But let's move on, child. So here we go. 4 o'clock. They're going up to the thing. This shit just got ugly. Kristen and Cece gonna talk first. Malaysia standing there, and here go OG. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, everybody's in battle mode, like high school. And they sent them away. They sent OG and sent Malaysia away. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, like y'all are really like it looked like a fight. Like it didn't. It looked like it was going to get physical. Like, everything was going to get physical. It was all really next level type of shit. Because I was literally sitting there watching like this. Like, yeah. Because, I mean, I could just imagine being in that environment. I would have been on. Yeah, okay. I would have been there. I just know me. They were doing a lot. And the body language and a lot of the movement, I would have been on go. I would have been on go. Just the way that they were with each other, the way they approached, I'd have been on go. But anyway, so they're doing their little thing, and then it broke out from there when Cece decided to be real smart with Chris. She said, "So you're not going to even listen to what I'm saying?" And she's going to say, "No," and then walk away. And then Evelyn, out of order. Out of order. Now she walking away, Evelyn. What did you get ready to do? Evelyn took her ass and got to running down there because she said she wanted to, because she was so set in the fact that she was going to win part 2 of the argument with Cece. Now you're running up behind Cece, and it just created a whole snowball effect because then OG jumped her ass in, and now you running down behind Evelyn, and Malaysia's running, and then the whole little camera kerfuffle and all that, and we went to commercial and came back out of it. Listen, can I tell you how pissy that I was when Evelyn turned over in them goddamn bushes? She, because the camera cut, and it made it look as though OG had pushed Evelyn in the bushes, but she did not. OG didn't push Evelyn in those bushes. She didn't. Evelyn fell in those bushes. I believe what happened was because they're running downhill, and Malaysia and OG were very close to each other. And I believe what happened was they were kind of bumping into each other, getting down there, like stopping the momentum of getting down there. And I think Malaysia is who actually ended up bumping Evelyn, and Evelyn ended up in the bushes because when Evelyn got out of the bushes, she didn't get out of the bushes like to fight. Whereas even I think if OG had actually pushed Evelyn in the bushes, Evelyn and OG would have been fighting. Like flat out, they would have been fighting. Even if one of them didn't really want to fight, they would have been fighting. She didn't even get up combative with OG. She didn't get up combative enough at the fact that OG ran down there behind her. So I from what, and I kept running it back. I believe it was a bump from Malaysia that actually made Evelyn end up in the bushes. But it was funny. Just to say, if she didn't just fall down on the motherfuckers herself from running, bitch old, running downhill. But she fell in them bushes, and I was teetotally tickled. So then, when she got out of the bushes, and then she's like, I'm not going to hit her. I wasn't going to hit her. I just want to say something to her. And they're going back and forth. And then they're coming back up the hill. And then this is the whole thing. And it's really all about Kristen trying to talk to Cece and all this other shit's going on beside it. And it just got, this is the part that really started to flip everything for me. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Because nobody is who they say they are at this point. Nobody. Ain't nobody who they say they are at this point, except for old mean, evil ass OG. Is the only one who I kind of pegged, and you are being who it is that I think you are. And there's a very ugly side to what you was trying to do, OG. Real ugly about what you was trying to do. So they come up, and OG is caping like she's really trying to keep everybody away from Cece, which she was doing some of that too. She was doing that, but truly down in her core, OG wants to fight Kristen. Flat out. She wants one reason to lay her hands on Kristen. And that's all it's really about. I sat there and looked at that, and I kept running it back, and I kept looking, and I'm like, of all these people that you got problems with, and you battling with, and you arguing with, and everybody on 10, and y'all doing all this, you want to put your hands on Kristen. You want to fight Kristen. Why? Why are you so dead set about putting your hands on Kristen? And then you keep saying things like, I'll break your face. I'll break your jaw. It's always something about her face. I said, oh, OG, you shady girl. I see you, honey. I see you. And it was so extra with Kristen. Why? Why? Whatever. And then she keeps putting it on. She keeps putting it on to, you know, if you mess with Cece, it's all bets are off. Ain't nobody think about Kristen. Nobody believes that Kristen's going to fight. So like nobody believes that. And all that she was doing with Kristen, I didn't put my hands on you. And Shawty said, yeah, actually you did. Yeah, actually you did. And she said, and what if I did? See, I got a problem with people who want to fight people who they think they can beat just to be doing it. That's a problem. That ain't cute. That ain't cool. It really ain't. That ain't cute. That ain't cool. But whatever. But you look stupid. But just the same, she was doing all that. And then this is when I say people aren't who they say they are. Malaysia, where you at? Where you at, Malaysia? I lost a whole lot of respect for Malaysia in that little piece right there. Now you standing there and you're saying, because Malaysia's saying, okay, OG, go ahead, let it go, let it go. You know, because she peeped. Malaysia peeped that OG wants to fight Kristen. She did. She peeped it. And she was telling her, go ahead, OG, go ahead. And OG didn't pop off at Malaysia. Malaysia was right in her face, telling her to go ahead. And she was the one chest bumping her and being right there up against. She ain't give her none of that energy. I said, okay. Because she got it. She got the damn hard on for Kristen. But Malaysia, I lost respect for you because Kristen ain't doing that with barking. Kristen's not going to fight. She don't want to fight. And you didn't want to fight OG. You didn't want to fight OG. Listen, I don't even care if you thought that you couldn't whoop OG. And at this point, I actually believe that all the ladies there, none of them believe that they could whoop OG, and they really don't want to fight her. They don't want to get physical with her. And Evelyn even had, I was like, once you're already on 20, what does the ass whooping mean? Like, just get the fighting. What the fuck? The worst that could happen is you lose. When you are so up there, that I just didn't understand that. And that's what I was looking at. I was like, Evelyn, see, just the fact that OG ran down there on Evelyn, I'd have punched OG in her mouth. Even if I thought I couldn't whoop her. If I'm trying to fight with Cece and you run your ass down there, now you're taking spot for Cece. The way all of that, I ain't got time to try to figure it all out. I'm running up on her and you running up on me, bitch. Danger. Windmill. And that's how that would have went. See, those are those type of fights. That's what I said. All them different moving parts. That's why I kept on running it back. I kept saying, what would you do? What would you do? I know what I do. If I'm running down on somebody and somebody is behind me, and now I ain't seen them running down on me, even though I know that Evelyn, knows that it wasn't OG that pushed her in the bushes, that she got bumped in the bushes by Malaysia. Just the fact that you was running down there on me, bitch. What was you getting ready to do? We have to fight now. We have to fight. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. You ran down to physically run down on me. Bitch, you're enemy now. Danger. Do, swinging. Even with that old scare, what is that scary shit about? The worst that can happen is you'll lose. Shit already ran down on you, but whatever. So that was one piece. So I was like, I don't know about you, Ev. You barking about nothing. I don't like it, because that's kind of like, so you was okay with running up on Cece, but now OG ran up on you. Then you ain't doing nothing. I'm like, go sit down, Evelyn. So I was done with Evelyn right at that point. Then with Malaysia, you really turned me off is I felt a type of way at the fact that OG, your cousin, you and Kristen are cousins, flat out. Y'all are cousins. That it is what it is. That bitch that ran up in your cousin and told your cousin she'll break her jaw, she'll crack her this, that, and all this shit that she gonna do, and she done ran all the way up on her. Now the fight done began actually, because they nose to nose. The fight has actually began, bitch, and you standing there. This is a bad bitch to stand in my face and basically let me know that you don't give a shit about me standing there, that you're going to do all this with my little cousin while I'm standing there, and you know it ain't nobody but you. And there's two of us, both of y'all bitches ain't shit. And if I was y'all's parents, I'd have beat y'all's ass, because that just didn't make no sense. It made absolutely no sense in the lines of family and how people are raised, not just me, black folks, how we raise our children. The way that OG ran up on Kristen, and the way she went at Kristen and Malaysia, you standing there was no reason that the two of them should not have whooped OG's ass or gave it one good shot. Because she was asking for it. She really was. She was asking for it. You're gonna push me out of the way to get to my cousin? That's doing a lot. That's doing a whole lot. I just didn't get that. And I could be wrong, and I know y'all put it in the comments, but that's fine. I don't see it happening. I tell you, please don't run and push one of my cousins away from me, trying to get in my face. I don't think it's going to turn out real good for you. It just I was floored. I was floored. That's something I would have never done that. I would have never done that. That is like asking for, that's like a suicide mission. You're gonna push the cousin, and that's all you're ever hearing. My cousin, my cousin, my family, my cousin. You were so deep in it that you wouldn't even allow Evelyn to talk about Byron, but you let OG run up on Kristen like that. Malaysia, you're trash. You're trash. And then and you knew you were wrong. You got in your confessional and said, dig the verbiage. If she lays one hand on my cousin, I might have what she say? I might have to jack this girl up, or I might have to, bitch. You 20 minutes past already fighting. Jacked should have already happened. The only thing that should have been needed to be done was up, because jacked should have already taken place. Trash, pure trash. Just don't say nothing else. Just don't go for bad no more. Just leave it alone. I don't want to hear no more about you being from Compton, and I don't want to hear no more about your goddamn family, and none of that. Anything and everything goes. Y'all can talk about Byron. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Everything y'all want. Y'all ain't got to worry about the tables being moved or none of that no more. Throw drinks on Malaysia whenever y'all want, because she ain't gonna do nothing, child. I was sitting there like, and I don't go for bad, but there's just some things that I just ain't going for. Running up and all that running up on me and in my space and nose to nose. What? No. It ain't about being bad. It's about bitch watching. That's crazy. So all of that, everything was telling the whole story. And the other thing that I got, Shawnee is sick of OG's ass. Shawnee's tired of OG. OG, tread lightly, sis. You're going to be looking for a job. I'll be very surprised if OG makes it back next season. I doubt it. Y'all seen my thumbnail. I looked at Shawnee's face. I said, oh, she's tired of OG. She's tired of her. Sure is. And with all that being said, because I done talked long enough, way long enough, all that being said, I feel bad for OG. Y'all know I don't like OG. I don't care for her. But I feel bad for OG because you did all of this. And I really think that this piece right here really put your job in jeopardy. Because I don't think you're going to have a job with this after this. I think your position's over. And the bad part is, would Cece do this for you? No. Cece would not ride this hard for you. Cece is a puppet master, and she has puppeteered you throughout this whole thing. And I think that the bad thing is that even with all this, a lot of the little stuff you did, like I said, you want to fight Kristen, and it's something deeper rooted that makes you want to mess up Kristen's face or her being. That's something deep rooted. But all of this in the name of my friend Cece, I think it's sad because I just don't see her bestowing that same type of friendship on you. So that makes me feel pretty bad for OG. Now, the whole thing with Evelyn, there's one last thing that I want to say. So after they got through all of that, and then they had this last little piece where they got to arguing again, and it was OG and Evelyn. And then OG got you, Evelyn. She got you. She got you. Well, she already done punked you. You done ended up laying in the bushes, and the fight thing's over. There's no more of that. That ain't even no shebang no more. That whatever. But she got you. OG got you and hit you where it hurt. When y'all went to going back and forth, you called her ugly and all that. Okay, here we go. We'd have been through all that. Now y'all just saying stuff out loud that we all know that y'all think about each other. You called her ugly and all of that. And then she hit you with the that's okay, because Chad wanted to hit it. And that thing cracked Evelyn's face so hard. I said, Evelyn, pull it together, bitch. Pull it together, bitch. I know you are not allowing her to see, girl, that her voice got all quaky and shaky. And, bitch, you ain't even married to Chad no more. You're not married to Chad? Are you kidding? She was so bothered. She was so bored. I said, oh, OG. Girl, I got to give you some points for that one. Because you did it. Now, you did that. You did that. You definitely won that battle with Evelyn. You got Evelyn on her own playing field, because saying nasty shit and making people feel a kind of way, that's Evelyn's game. Your game is I'll beat you up. But you got her. You got her. And it was a bad look for Evelyn. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you let her get you like that with that. Even if you felt a kind of way about that, you weren't supposed to let her know that. You weren't supposed to let the world know that you feel no kind of way about nobody. Well, no Chad Ochocinco, all that mess you and Chad went through, and all of that. Are you kidding? You look a fool. A whole fool. Then you went to this whole thing. I got a baby and I got this and I married him and I got gut. That was so funky and so gut bucket. And you were just proving it. Cece said you was a hood rat and you went right to acting like a hood rat. You made yourself look so bad in like 5 minutes. Out of 15 weeks of footage, literally in 5 minutes, I was rolling and I'm like, okay, well, she does this and she does that. That 5 minutes, girl, you a hood rat, just like she said, and a foolish hood rat. You all crazed and bent out of shape about some man that did you wrong. And that was no reflection on you at all. It's crazy. Chad Ochocinco wanting to screw OG is no reflection on you at all, Evelyn, you fool. Chad Ochocinco fucks everybody. That's what he's known for. Cheating and banging people. It don't have nothing to do with the looks. It ain't the beauty, it's the booty. That's Chad. So why you let that get you all bent out of shit? Girl, you look crazy. And then y'all ain't even together. Y'all had this bad breakup publicly and all. Y'all ain't even together. And you let it bend you all the way out of shape. But, you all better believe that Evelyn's getting ready to win in the end. Because Evelyn's getting ready to go very, very deep and dirty on OG. And she going to probably make OG want to kill her at this point. Because we saw them little previews. And it looks as though Evelyn got some receipts that it wasn't just Chad going back and forth. And she get ready to go make sure that old boy knows what was going on. And you know all he needs is any excuse. Because he don't want to marry her no way. So in all, if Evelyn has her way, she gonna really get you in the end, OG. You probably gonna have to whoop her ass to get you some satisfaction, because she ready to really get you, sis. But for right now, until that happens, OG, girl, you standing on win, honey. You're hashtag winning. I don't like you all like that, girl, but go on and take a bow, sis. Hashtag take a bow, OG. She got Evelyn's ass. And right there, I'm leaving this here. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all next week. Interesting.